Morning, Laxmipriya.
Thank you, sir.
Does your name Laxmipriya mean something?
Yes, sir. My father has given me this name because he is a Jagannath devotee. Laxmipriya means the one who is priya to Mata Lakshmi, and he is Jagannath.
So that becomes a male character?
Not like that, sir. I have feminine character, and whatever male characteristics are required.
Anyway, that's not very... Okay, introduce yourself. This is for the first time you are coming?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So myself Laxmipriya Nayak. I am a resident of Cuttack district. I have done my schooling from LRDAV Public School, Gandalpur, Cuttack. Then I did my inter from Revansha Junior College. Then I did my graduation from JKVK Government College under Utkal University. And since then, from 2019, I am dedicated towards civil services preparation.
You don't want higher studies?
No, sir, I did not.
But you don't want?
Currently, no. I am only interested in joining civil services. After getting, I think I might do that.
But what prevented not to go to higher studies? Does it preparation for civil services hamper the higher studies? Or higher studies becomes an impediment for the civil services?
No, sir, it's not an impediment though, but I consider that I cannot place both my foots in two boats and go ahead. Hence, I want to keep my complete dedication and concentration to OPSC.
You had, what are the honor subjects?
My honors was zoology.
Zoology.
Yes, sir.
What are your hobbies?
Sir, it is cooking and rangoli making.
Cooking and rangoli making. Are you having some unique characteristics with your cooking? Or generally anybody else cooks and you also cook in the same way?
No, sir, I cook with much more passion, I believe. That makes my cooking different from others.
How it can be? There are many people who make their passions for the cooking. And COVID has transformed many people towards cooking also, remaining at home. But what's unique about your cooking? If it is a hobby, then it should be something new, something extraordinary or something different. So what we can look for in your cooking?
I love cooking, sir. That is the only reason I follow it. There is no specific reason or behind that. I don't think there is any specific reason.
It's all right. But you can add little flavor to your cooking in a way if you prepare.
Sir, what should be the answer if they ask this question?
No, that is what I will tell you. That this question answer can be little more flavored.
Flavor.
How it will be flavored provided you are prepared for that.
Okay, sir.
So I am very good at Chinese menus.
Okay.
I am very good at continental menus.
Okay, sir. Got your point.
And
So, yes, sir.
I am very good at our traditional menus.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
And there are certain things which I am also very much fond of in preparing, like cakes or pithas in traditional Oriya form.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you.
So like this you can a little add to that.
Yes, sir.
And then you can also take up like this, that I can also go for how to prepare a menu with a balanced diet concept.
Yes.
With nutritional
aspect.
keeping nutrition in mind. So try to drag them, but it needs a little preparation.
Okay, sir. Sir, I was not expecting this question, so I just got blank. As in that sense, yes, sir, I do Chinese and biryani is my forte. Apart from that, Indian Odia khadya also I make very good.
You tell that first.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
I am a protagonist of our Oriya menus.
Yes, sir.
Even if I get a chance to exhibit my menus, I can do that with some different ways of preparing different menus and different items. Okay, prepare ही जाती हो कोई भी.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now Rangolis, if you can ask, then you can say some of the patterns. Rangoli patterns. Kimdi kolcho, puthri, murjari kolcho, jotiri kolcho. There are various materials through which and various forms in which also Rangolis are.
Yes, sir.
Puti koricho ke on occasions or functions or organizations go to college ताकि भी side करेगी कोई परिवार.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but we will go to your subject area, sociology and home science.
Yes, sir.
So how do you think that we take care of immunization of the children? And what is the cycle of immunization when the child is born? It is a part of your home science subject.
Yes, sir.
Can you enlighten something on that?
Sir, immunization means giving them certain protection from certain diseases from the very birth time only. So when a child is born, from around I think 6 months, they are given diphtheria, polio vaccines to provide them added immunity. They are given vaccines I think in Mission Indradhanush scheme, and there is a ICDA scheme, Integrated Child Development Scheme, under which they are given immunization.
But I am talking about the immunization cycle. That means at what intervals different type of immunizations are being given.
Okay, sir. So sorry, I am not aware of it right now.
When is BCG given?
Yes, sir.
When is diphtheria given?
Okay, sir.
When is polio started? Like this, there has been a series of up to 5 years. There are a series of vaccines that they
Yes, sir.
which are given under this scheme. So what is the cycle?
I'm so
That
sorry,
is
sir. I'm not aware of it right now.
You can look to the health card.
Yes, sir.
अच्छी नंबर
वो पके नहीं sir. I
घर
didn't-
भीतर की ऑप्शन any child member?
No, sir.
No?
No one.
Neighbor, so try to collect a immunization card or find out from the net immunization card.
Yes.
You see the series of vaccines. को date रे प्रथम रे कार्ड कोटा दिया जिवो सब रही लिखा ही अछि.
Okay, sir.
That will be the home science subject is important from that point of view.
Okay, sir.
One more thing that we can also relate to is what is the maternal mortality.
So maternal mortality rate refers to the death in mothers while giving birth to a child, or within, I'm not very sure of the date, but I think it is 45 days within giving birth of the child.
Not within 45 days, it is related to birth complications if the mother dies.
Okay.
That is
That
called
is
irrespective of the time span. If a mother dies because of delivery related causes, then it is a maternal death. Why this maternal death is so important?
Sir,
Why do we monitor that?
sir, maternal mortality rate is associated with child development also, because if a mother dies instantly, then she will not be able to feed colostrum to her child, which provides instant immunity, and that gives a long-term immunity to the child. So it's important for child immunity, which gets hampered. Secondly, I think mother is responsible for the all-round development of a child. So if a mother dies, then the development of the child also get hampered in this process.
Okay, that's true. But one of the most important things which we are missing, you are missing, is if in the demographic cycle the mother dies, then what happens to the demographic cycle and the overall demographic and health scenario?
Yes, sir.
But it is an indication of a poor health of the mother bearing a child.
Okay, sir.
And poor health of a mother bearing a child is an antenatal situation. And antenatal situation, the health services which she should have availed has not been properly administered, nor it has been properly monitored, and she has been neglected from all those vaccines, supplementary food, iron folic acid, and all those components which are supposed to be given to a mother during the antenatal stage has failed. So it is a failure of the program of the health department.
Okay, sir. So when they ask
That is more important than what you told.
so it is about the causes and not about
Yes.
the impact of it.
Impact will be there obviously when the mother is not there, somebody will give a care. But if the mother does not exist, that means the entire health program which is looking to the health of the society is weak.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
The state is not taking control of the situation,
Yes, sir.
which is very important. Because maternal deaths normally happen because of the medical causes,
Yes, sir.
which can be taken care of. And for that there is a program called National Health Mission.
Yes, sir.
And there are specific programs like Janani Surikya Yojana, and there are few more also.
Matrutva Bandhana Yojana.
Yes.
Yes.
So now I think you are getting the right kind of answers for your questions. Home science and then sociology. The sociology, what you have read? What are the contents of sociology that you have in your
Sir,
syllabus?
in sociology we have read about different social institutions that exist in our society, like marriage, different kind of economic system, different kind of political system, then different theories and scholars and the theorists who have given different theories. Then there are different kind of research methodologies. Then sociology in Indian perspective, like what are the uniqueness in Indian society. Then we have read about how sociology is related to other subjects like history, psychology, then economics, and then current social issues that we are witnessing, and likewise, sir.
So can you highlight some of the current social issues that are prevailing in Odisha?
So first of all, as you have highlighted, maternal mortality rate is very high in Odisha, and the various.
What is the rate? National average and state average?
I'm not able to recollect it as of right now, sir.
Yes, sir,
Yes, sir, definitely. Yes, sir.
figure both for national and state.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So then dowry problem, child marriage problem, then corruption. There is an aspect of corruption also. Then alcoholism is also a problem here. Then rape cases and child sexual abuses cases have also been found in Odisha.
Okay, being an officer in the block or a executive magistrate in the area where you will be serving as a government officer, as a vice officer. Suppose there is a child abuse at a particular place is going on. What can be your role to take care of this?
So first of all, we will check that whether the reports that have been submitted to us regarding the abuse, it is true or not. Most of the time.
First of all, whether it is coming under your
jurisdiction, yes, sir. First of all, we have to see that if it's under my jurisdiction or not. If yes, it comes under my jurisdiction, then I will.
Is it coming under your jurisdiction or not?
No, sir. That will come under police jurisdiction.
No, that will very much coming under your jurisdiction because you have welfare officers under your control. Within the block, there are several subordinate officers under you to look after all this.
Okay,
They are supposed to report you,
okay,
and you are supposed to monitor that through them.
okay, sir.
So it is coming very much under your
Jurisdiction.
jurisdiction.
Then, sir, if the we will ask the victim to lodge a complaint, and after that we will immediately go for POCSO Act. Fast track courts will be immediately established, and the witness's statement will be recorded, and we will try to finish it as fast as within 90 days of the complaint register.
ठीक है, but you have a social welfare officer
Yes, sir.
under your jurisdiction. He is supposed to take care of all these things. And so your primary duty will be to assess the situation and ask those people to counsel the people at appropriate places.
Okay, sir.
And make them aware of what are the jurisdictions and what are the provisions of this and how it is being, how they will be penalized if the situation is reported.
Okay, sir.
So if this is the first step in which it is not taken care of, then whatever you told is the second step.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Don't directly go to the police instantly.
Okay, sir.
Because there is a role also to, socially people needs to be made aware of.
Okay, sir.
What is PITA program? Government of Odisha.
Sorry, sir, I am not aware of it.
And what else you know about the government programs?
Sir, currently there is a Daman scheme that has been started. Durgama Anchalare Malaria Nirakarana.
Okay.
Then we have there is this recently 2 days back, I think there was a new scheme launched, Mo Odisha, Navin Odisha scheme, wherein funds will be given to panchayats, gram panchayats, for development of historical and other places of worship which has connection with Jagannath culture. Then, sir, we have. Can I take a moment, sir?
Yes.
Sir, there is Odisha AI for Odisha scheme, wherein Intel will be giving 4 hours course to people, to the residents of Cuttack, Bhubaneswar and Puri, so as to make them aware of various technicalities that is present in artificial intelligence and to empower them. Then Odisha Gunabatta scheme, to improve the quality in each and every aspect of different sectors that is present in Odisha, like textile, food, health. Then there is Abhoda scheme, which is for development of Puri temple and the surrounding areas. Then sir, in education, sir.
In the same way, what is for our Lingaraj temple?
Ekamra development.
Ekamra Khetra.
Ekamra Khetra development, yes sir.
Okay, like this, there are so many programs. You can then continue with the names only, like Kanya program, Madhu Pension Yojana,
Yes, sir.
like this.
Yes,
You can continue some more names.
Yes sir.
Okay. But PITA program is a program, umbrella program, to make aware of the people in the block level and village panchayat level about the different programs of the government to the public.
Okay sir.
So as a block officer, you will be going to conduct such kind of meetings.
Okay sir.
So that is a program for the block level officers to conduct at the panchayat level and bringing community members to know that these are the schemes available in the government for these people are beneficiaries and these people are really getting this kind of benefits if they provide appropriately coming under this beneficiary category.
Yes sir.
Okay.
Sir, like I was listening to you very intently, okay? Now I have a few questions for you.
Yes sir.
I just saw your CV. Let us go back to Cuttack. You're from Cuttack.
Yes sir.
Okay. Can you give me very briefly about the cultural background of Cuttack?
Sir, Cuttack has been associated. It is a city which is more than 1,000 years old, hence called as Millennium City. Sir, it was established by Annanga Bhimadeva III, the king. Then the famous Baravati Fort was established by Chodaganga Deva. And then, sir, it was a.
Check.
Sorry, sir.
I said check. The Annanga Bhima, Chodaganga Deva kahila tamne.
Okay.
Check who was the person responsible for the creation of the fort. Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
Okay, sir. Then, sir, it was established as a military cantonment, and since Cuttack has been flanked by Mahanadi and Kathojodi in the north and south, it provides it as a natural fortified. It can protect
Fortification.
us. Yes, sir.
Okay, nature is fortified.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Then, sir, various kings and kingdoms, dynasties have ruled already in Cuttack, starting from not starting though, I'm not able to exactly recollect, but
Not necessary, go ahead.
Gajapati dynasty, then Somavanshi dynasty.
Maintain a sequence, Gajapati and Somavanshi. Somavanshi is your first and then Gajapati, right?
Okay, sir.
Try to maintain a chronology.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Then Mughals came, Mughals, after that Marathas, then finally Britishers came in 1803 and the first captured Puri. After that they came to Cuttack. Then after coming of Britishers, a lot of changes were brought in agricultural sphere. They brought land revenue settlements here, and that kind of led to exploitation of people. Apart from that, sir,
You will not mention about anything about Lalitagiri, which is in Cuttack district.
so do I have to tell them?
Cuttack cultural. You see, the more you go on talking, the more you keep them engaged,
Okay.
the lesser number of questions you have.
Okay, sir.
If you stop, a second round of question comes in, and you do not know in which area the question will come.
Okay, sir.
So ideal is to go on, but in a relevant way,
Yes,
not that jaha asla se ya dusar koi jibi. Lalitagiri plays a very important role in the Buddhist triangle that we have: Lalitagiri, Ratnagiri, and Udayagiri.
Yes.
Lalitagiri is in Cuttack district. Lalitagiri is in Cuttack district, and Lalitagiri has contributed in a big way to Buddhism. That
Yes, sir.
in Lalitagiri, you have a stupa there.
Yes.
From the stupa, maybe in the entire Eastern India, for the first time, we discovered relic caskets. That's something very important.
Yes, sir.
sacred relic caskets were discovered which had relics inside.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tapare, how?
Then, sir, there is Netaji birthplace museum. Then after that, Madhu Smriti, where Madhu Babu lived till his death last time. Then there is Maritime Museum recently.
Very recently, yes.
Yes,
And
sir.
very recently, the Maritime Museum. सेटा आगुरु कोन थिला बोट रिपेयरिंग थिला ताळदंडा कैनाल विषय कहिलो बोट रिपेयरिंग थिला दैट हैज बीन नाउ कन्वर्टेड टू एक्सीलेंट बढ़िया थिला यूज वर्ड्स
Okay, sir.
यू शुड नॉट देयर इज नो लाइक जो कृपणता काहे करिवो इन यूजिंग वर्ड्स
Yes, sir.
an excellent maritime museum has been established in Cuttack.
Yes, sir.
Okay. While talking with sir, you said that you did not want to put your foot in two words.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In Indian context, when we talk about Indian history, there was a dynasty, a very powerful dynasty, who could have ruled for much longer period. And they were located in such a place, okay, and they have been referred to in history as bridge kingdoms. That whether they get involved in the politics of North or they get involved in the politics of the South.
Okay, sir.
And they got involved in the politics of North and in the politics of South. And in the process, they could not go up to a point where they could have easily gone had they concentrated either in the North or in the South, which is their dynasty.
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
Do remember, it is the Chalukyas.
Chalukyas.
Okay, Chalukyas.
Yes, sir.
Okay, they got involved in the politics of North and in the South. South they had kept it fully under control, but when they went into the North, South rebelled. So when they came in from the North to the South, North rebelled.
Yes, sir.
They kept their kingdom intact, but they were very powerful, but they could not. Okay.
Yes.
So this question, when you say that I don't want to put my foot in two boats, correct. But this automatically came to my mind,
Okay, sir.
this question.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now as a student of sociology, can you tell me something about sanskara?
Yes, sir. So we have sola sanskars. Can you explain it in Odia?
Yes.
So first one, amar
सब गुड़ा बुझे दरकार नहीं खाली 16 टा संस्कार अछि.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
It starts with and ends with.
I'm not very sure with which it starts, but it ends with antim sanskar.
Okay. अंतिम मिल करो ना अंत्येष्टि.
Okay, sir.
Do you know what patriarchal is?
Yes, sir. So when male try to wield the power and they control everything, so that will be called as a patriarchal system.
Our society is?
A patriarchal society, sir.
Our society. And is that a disabling factor for the empowerment of women?
To some extent, yes, it is.
How?
Sir, because first of all, if we look at education, then parents they prefer their male child. They will not send their girl child to
You are here, sitting here in front of us.
But sir, not all parents do feel like that. They feel that this girl, she will go to another house. Why should we spend on her education? So they don't.
Is that a fact in the present society?
Yes, sir. It is definitely a fact. It is a fact in my village. I see lot of juniors, my little sisters, they're getting married at a very young age, just when they hit 18, and the parents don't want to spend on their education. They just want to get them married off. Whereas their brothers do.
So if the society becomes matriarchal, will that be beneficial?
No, sir. I'm not saying
No,
it.
this is a question from sociology. From
Not
the sociological aspect.
Sir, matrilineal societies have been there in Nagaland.
Yes, I would have gone to that point. Okay.
Nagaland, then in Tharwad system of Kerala, we see matrilineal society, but that does not mean that women are all empowered there.
Exactly.
Empowerment will come only when male and female both will understand that women are also an equal part of the society and they should be given equal rights.
You know what Anulama Pratilama?
I just know that, but I
Not sure.
not sure.
Brush up. So you have mentioned that you would prefer OPS
Yes.
to OAS.
Yes, sir. Sir, can I take this last question that you asked, Anulom and Pratilom marriage?
Yes.
Anulom marriage, sir, when a girl of lower caste marries to a boy of higher caste, that is allowed. That is Anulom.
Both are allowed.
But Pratilom marriage is not allowed. That's kind.
The question is sanction and whether you get a blessings or you do not, like in marriage if you have. How many forms of marriages are there?
I'm not very sure of all the forms, but I think.
You don't have to tell me all the. How many numbers are there?
8, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
4 are approved? 4
Or
are
not approved.
not approved. But any form of union is blessed. Okay, keeping that in mind, any form is blessed.
Okay.
Any form of like union is blessed.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that indirectly gives a sanction that yes, any form of marriage is acceptable.
Okay, sir.
Similarly, Anuloma Pratiloma, it's not banned or it's not banned. It happens in the society.
Okay, sir.
We have nth number of examples even in the present
Some
system.
context,
Yes. My next question. OPS.
Yes, sir.
Any specific reason?
Sir, I was in class 9th when Nirbhaya rape case happened in 2012, and that one incident was a turning moment in my life when I decided that I'll go for police services. And secondly, sir, my father is in uniform service, and there is this general perception in people that police are corrupt and police they're elitist. They won't listen to poor people and they're all corrupt. But it is not the case, I think.
True.
50% are good, the rest are corrupt.
Let us not give a percentage. Okay.
Yes, sir. So because of few.
There is corruption, but there are also
Good
nth
officers.
number of good officers.
Yes, sir.
Put
Sir-
it that way. Don't say 50, 60%. Eh?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Then because of these corrupt officers, the honest officers' image is also getting tarnished.
Okay.
So being
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I would straight take you from this OPS to India-China relationship and the hegemony that China is trying to establish,
Yes, sir.
and what role India is trying to take up to see that Chinese hegemony is not established.
Yes, sir. So China has been recently doing a lot of tension in our border areas. Basically, sir, it wants to keep us engaged in an escalation trap. It is observing this fact that we will be a 5 trillion economy in a very short span of time, and it doesn't want to happen that. So it is keeping us engaged in escalation trap so that our energy and our economy will get diverted to that point. And secondly, sir, it is not also finalizing the LAC issue. It is not finalizing the border so that when and during sir any time it can start a conflict there, and we have to sit there and keep talking about our border engagements.
Okay. Last question.
Yes, sir.
Relationship between history and sociology.
So-
Sociology and history.
Yes, sir. So, sir, there are some differences regarding sociology and history, but if we look at Karl Marx, he gave this theory of historical materialism, which says that how evolution happened, society, how it's going from one mode of production to another mode of production, because from history, and he's giving that from a materialistic point of view. How?
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Okay, Laxmipriya,
yes, sir.
you told about corruption.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you work as a police officer,
Yes, sir.
and you see that somewhere there is corruption in the system. Can you do something?
Definitely, sir.
What can you do?
I
Suppose in your office there are few people who are adapting to the corrupt practices, and you are the DSP of the location, and you see your subordinate officers are doing. What you can do?
So, sometimes corruption is done because of compulsion. When they feel that our salary is not that appropriate to sustain our family, they'll start doing corruption to them.
You do not know what is the cause, why they are corrupting.
Sir,
It is for family or for the children or for the amassing money or what for? You do not know. How can you know?
yes, sir. For that, I'll go first talk to them why they are doing such things, and if they give me some, there are many cases where they said that everyone is doing and we should do. So for that, if they say such kind of reasons, then definitely I'll be taking actions against them. I will
Nobody will agree with you that I am a corruption person. Why are you talking to me all these things? I don't go for this. Why do you say like this?
I am not your perception is wrong.
Yes, I am not the right person who is adopting to corruption practices. So please don't discuss with me. So right from the beginning, we will say no.
Okay, then.
And you are blocked there itself.
Then we can go for some secret investigation to find, and with proper evidences, when we find them that he is doing corruption, after that we can go for further steps like I don't know, sir, so many technicalities what we can go with ahead.
But you can think of something in a way that is, as an officer, I will give counseling, overall counseling to everybody that we will perform in this way.
Okay.
Try to see that our organization and our setup is free from all these things from the public. So this is general awareness, so that we can bring all the people into a discussion forum and express your views that I want a type of setup like this, and I want all my people to also follow me in this way.
Yes, sir.
So that gives a kind of message that yes, this officer is not in favor of corruption. The first message goes by this.
Yes, sir.
Next message is, if somebody is doing, then you can individually ask those people that with some evidence, as you told, that yes, in spite of all our discussions and commitments, still this is going on with you, which we don't like, and probably you will take care of itself before it goes to an escalating mode.
Yes, sir.
That is the second chance toward the person. And if that still further continues, maybe you have to go with the law. So there are various ways in which this process has to go, because corruption is, nobody is accepting that they are doing corruption.
Yes. Sir, if they ask me into the legalities, like what steps will you take legally, then what should I say?
There is a vigilance department. There is a vigilance department who is supposed to catch hold of these people.
I shouldn't get into the technicalities and just give a
So your role is over to a certain extent, and then the other role will come. So you will be a facilitating agent to convey the message to the vigilance in a way that is as applicable to administrative person.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So there are different channels through which you can communicate. You are not supposed to be open to say that yes, I am going to do this.
Okay.
But you have the channel right way of doing things, taking up with the vigilance.
Okay, sir.
Some of my officers are like this, and they have gone beyond my commitments and beyond my counseling for several times. And still things are prevailing.
Government division knows action knows way of late. Government has been taking action in this regard. So,
but do you think as a woman officer, are you going to perform well with a kind of challenge that the society throws with the women officers?
Yes, sir, definitely I can perform. I don't think my gender will be an impediment in my performance. And I think the current context demands women officers who are sensitized and who can come forward and help lessen the number of crime rates.
Can you face the mob? Can you face the criminals, hardened criminals? Can you face that is the challenge. No? If you are going to a police service, the challenge is this.
Sir, as I said, my gender won't be an impediment. And I think people, they don't look at if he's a boy or he's a girl. I think they look at khaki.
uniform.
Yes, sir. So whoever wears khaki, he has the authority, and I think that would be more than sufficient.
Peasants in uniform kaku ko avutala.
Sorry, sir.
Peasants in uniform.
Sir, amaro 1857 revolt time re jo
1817 रे खुर्दा पाइक जो फार्मर्स थिले कि जो दरकार पड़ुथला आसुथला टू गिव military services.
Yes, sir.
Say manako say they were peasants basically, but at time of requirement they used to come and fight. So say manako peasants in uniform history has mentioned.
Okay, sir.
Okay, right.
Okay, when you are going to appear the interview?
24th, sir.
24, there is quite a lot of time there to prepare for that, to add to your strength.
Yes, sir.
The road through which you will be approaching is called Laxmipriya road, through which you will be approaching to the UPSC office.
Yes, sir.
Who is that Laxmipriya? On whose name this road has been?
PK Parijay, I think.
PK Parija road.
Yes, sir.
So Laxmipriya is son.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
PK Parijah Road.
Sir, he is a famous surgeon, I think, but I don't.
Is he famous?
Surgeon, I think. Sorry, sir, then I don't know.
He was a botanist and a scientist. As a scientist of discipline of botany.
Okay, sir.
First Vice Chancellor of Utkal University.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir, first Vice Chancellor of Utkal University.
And a renowned scientist.
Yes, sir.
ସେ ଗୋଟେ
Field of botany.
ସେଇଠି ପାଖରେ ବାରବାଟୀ ସେଇ ପାଖରେ ଆମର ଆନିକଟ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଓକେ ସେ ଉପରେ ଟିକେ ଟିକେ ଦେଖିଦିଏ ବାଇମୁଣ୍ଡି
ଆଜ୍ଞା
କିଏ ବାଇମୁଣ୍ଡି କିଏ
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
Can you tell the story of Barbati Fort?
Barabati Fort, sir, the story, that legacy that everyone has heard, that crocodiles ମାନଙ୍କୁ ଛଡ଼ା ହେଇଥିଲା ସେ ପାଣି ଭିତରେ so as to create a fortification କେହି ପଶି ଯେମିତି ନ ପାରିବେ ତା ଭିତରକୁ
ମୋଟ ବୋଲି ସେଟା କରାହଉଥିଲା ସେ ମୋଟ
ଓକେ
MOAT ମୋଟ ବୋଲି ସେଟା ହଁ
yes sir
ପାଣି ଚାରିକରେ ଥିବ ଭିତରକୁ କେହି ପଶି ପାରିବେନି
ଆଜ୍ଞା
But that is not the history of, that is not the history. When it started, who started it, what was the function at the beginning, and how it continued its role in the community,
sir
service to the kingdom.
okay
So these are the
ଦେଖିଦିଅ ବାରବାଟୀଟା
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ମୋତେ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ମୁଁ ତୁମକୁ had asked you that question, you have given some answer, not satisfying answer, but just brush up.
okay sir
So why Cuttack is far away from the sea, and there is a Navy museum,
maritime museum
maritime museum. How this justifies for Cuttack?
sir previously that was a boat repairing center I think and after that after that it was developed as a maritime museum but
Why it should have gone to the sea, near Paradip or somewhere else over the sea. But
Right
why?
now I gave this answer to you. Sir जो question टा पचारुचंदी से answer टा मु तुमको अबिका while discussing maritime museum विषय कहली तुमको
ଆଜ୍ଞା
कौन कहतिली
sir ସେଟା ଗୋଟେ boat repairing center ଟା ଥିଲା and after that
link
sorry sir I'm unable to recall right now
तालदंडा canal कथा कहतिली
So then comes Taladanda Canal.
Okay.
Then comes the Britishers coming to Cuttack through the Taladanda Canal from Paradip to Cuttack.
okay
Actually, Taladanda Canal.
तालदंडा canal कथा कहली तुम कहला
yes sir ମୋ mind ରୁ ବାହାରି ଗଲା
ସେଇଟା
ତେଣୁ
କୋଟା
ସେ-
ଆସୁଥିଲା
okay
ସେଇଠି ରିପେୟାରିଂ ହୋଉଥିଲା ଯା
ସେଥିପାଇଁ ତ ସେଠି ହେଇଛି ନା ବାଲିଯାତ୍ରା
yes sir yes sir
ବାଲିଯାତ୍ରାର significance in Cuttack is because Cuttack was the trading center for people coming from ବାଲିଯାତ୍ରା.
yes sir
କୋଉଠି ବିକିବେ ସେମାନେ ଯୋଉଠି ଲୋକ ଅଛନ୍ତି ବିକିବେ ନା ଆଉ ସେ ଜାଗାଟା କଟକ was the most important place where this all these congregations were taking place.
yes sir
ଯାହାକୁ ବାଲିଯାତ୍ରା commemoration ହଉଛି ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ.
okay sir
And all these are linked to that Navy Museum.
okay sir
ତମେ ଯେହେତୁ କହିଲେ you are from Cuttack, all these things are a part of your question.
okay sir
Barbati Fort, Taladanda Canal, Navy Museum, PK Parijah Road.
yes sir
ବିଜୁ ବାବୁଙ୍କର ମ୍ୟୁଜିୟମ
Museum ବି ଅଛି, ସୁଭାଷ ବୋଷ ମ୍ୟୁଜିୟମ ବି ଅଛି.
ମଧୁ ସ୍ମୃତି ବି ଅଛି
ତେଣୁ ଏସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଆଗରେ ଟିକେ ଜାଣିଛ କି ନାହିଁ, ଦେଖିଛ କି ନାହିଁ, ଯାଇଛ କି ନାହିଁ, ଏମିତି ବି ପଚାରି ପାରନ୍ତି.
sir I haven't gone to any of this place
not necessary but you can see
ଯଦି ସେମାନେ ମୋତେ ପଚାରିବେ କି you are a Kotki and you haven't visited this
ସ୍କୋପ ମିଳିନି ମତେ
okay sir
ନାଇଁ ତା ପାଖ ଦେଇ ଯାଇନ କେତେବେଳେ?
ପାଖ ଦେଇକି ଯାଇଛି but ଭିତରକୁ କେବେ ବି ଯାଇନି
ଆଉ ପାଖ ଦେଇ ଯିବା ଆଉ ଯଦି ଜାଣିବା ଭିତରେ ଜିନିଷଟା ଏକା ହେଲାନି
ସାର୍ ଯାଇପାରିବେ।
ଗୋଟେ ଦିଟା ଜିନିଷ କହିବ, ସବୁ ଜାଗା ନାହିଁ କରିଦେବ ଏମିତି
Okay,
ଯେମିତି କୋଉଠିକି ବି ଯାଇନି.
okay sir
ହଁ ଏଇ ଦିଟା ଜିନିଷ ମୁଁ ଜାଣିଛି ସାର୍ ଏଇଠିକି ଯାଇନି.
okay sir
These are the places which I have not visited, these are the places that I have visited.
okay sir
But again, that is also relatively much younger time. During my school days.
yes sir
ଟିକେ କୋଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଏଭଏଡ୍ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ତାକୁ ନେଇଯିବ ସ୍କୁଲ ଡେଜ୍କୁ. ତାହେଲେ ସେ ଜାଣିଲେ ଯେ ହଁ ତମେ ବହୁତ ପକ୍ଷ ମାନେ ଆଗରୁ ଯାଇଥିଲ ଏବେ ଆଉ ଯାଇନ, ରିସେଣ୍ଟଲି କ'ଣ ହେଇଛି.
okay sir
କିନ୍ତୁ ପଚାରିଲେ ଯଦି କିଛି କହିଦେଇପାରିବ ତ କହିବ.
ଆଜ୍ଞା
Avoiding questions, diverting questions and engaging with the questions. These are the techniques of the candidates to handle with the situation.
okay sir
ମୋତେ ଲାଗୁଛି ଭଲ କରିବ. I am sure that you will be doing well. You are still feel committed and then composure is very good. And you are also very keen to have a police service and that is also very clear from your mindset. And ठीक है ଭଲ. So there is a internal motivation is there. That is distinctly visible. I hope that you will be doing well.
yes
और जहाँ जहाँ टिके कहलु ताको तन जाई कि इमीडिएटली लिस्ट करिवो
Today itself, yes.
लिस्ट करिवो
Okay.
लिस्ट करिके तापर ता पड़ियो
Okay, sir.
करेंट नेशनल इश्यूज टिके देखि देबो
Okay.
मणिपुर
Manipur.
तापर यूसीसी
Okay. Floods भी चल जे उत्तराखंड रे. Okay.
फिर में जो हमर उत्तराखंड रे उत्तराखंड
हिमाचल उत्तराखंड yes sir.
राइट सेठी देखि देबो फ्रांस रे प्रॉब्लम रशिया यूक्रेन जस्ट ब्रॉड ये देखि देबो
टुडे न्यूज़ देयर इज a headline news that Delhi is under threat.
Okay. Yamuna is flooding.
Yamuna is flooding.
Okay.
Yamuna कौन is it tributary or distributary?
It is a tributary, sir.
Tributary to which river?
Ganga, I think.
I think we कोई बोले गंगा नहीं कोई
Sir,
सवाल क्वेश्चन जगह I think बोल के कोई बोले difficult question है sir I may guess like this कहीं कि कोई जीवता को अपेक्षा करी बानी इजी क्वेश्चन जगह टिके guess कर ले समझ आप की कौन silly question जगह जान पड़ो
Okay.
ये तो इंटरव्यू भलो होची बोल भाबिबा ताले ए टाइप रे जिंस के कंट्रोल करियो बोलते हो
Okay, sir.
okay hope so doing well would like to see with flying colors.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You'll do well.
Thank you, sir.
We have all confidence on you.
Thank you.
Let's hope that we succeed.
सर गोटे क्वेश्चन थिला आपन जो पचारले कि ओपीएस फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस काहेकि तो निर्भयटा होची रियल कॉज एंड ऑफ कोर्स
Tell that.
किछि खराब इंप्रेशन एट सर जीवन
Then
गोटे बहुत सेंसिटिव इशू रहला
so there are incidences which turns the mind of the people. That समस्त लाइफ रे किछि ना किछि जिंस आसे one takes it seriously as a role model कि का बोलेछि as a event something has brought to your mind.
यस सर
And so some changes takes place with those if you are internalizing.
यस सर
गोटे जिन देखिल तार casually भूली गलो तार आसीबनी किंतु if you become little serious then it becomes a internalized perception of things and that drives the energy for that.
Yes.
ठीक है the positive this is positive.
किछ असुविधा नहीं कोई
ओके सर थैंक यू
किंतु निर्भय केस भल भी पढ़िथिबो जंती कहि परिबे पछरे कोन निर्भय केस ले कहलु ठीक तापर पछरे ए जिंसटा
माने से केस ऊपर डिटेल्स जिबे ना त परे जहा भी सब चेंजेस आजिला
इन जनरल निर्भय केसटा
तबे सब जिंस के तार पूर्व कोन थिला हैला कोन इंसिडेंट तापर कोन हला तापर सब्सिक्वेंटली कोन जिंस डेवलपमेंट हेछि इन चारिटा फेज रे जिंसटा को कहला बडा टिके नॉलेज तम पाके रहबा दरकार जदी पछरे निश्चय जदी कथा कहबो माने से निश्चय पछरे साइंस कोन निर्भय केस थिला कोठी थिला को बट जिंस
ओके सर
जानिए पाइजे तुम बहुत जानी छ ना भाई दे विल टेस्ट इट कोई की देखो तापर कहबो ओके ऑल द बेस्ट थैंक यू
सर नमस्कार सर नमस्कार